Hello and welcome back to Cracking the Cryptic. It is gas day again, and we are going to be looking at some aerodynamics to start with. So I haven't got a clue what I'm going to call this video yet, but we are going to be doing genuinely approachable Sudoku. That's what GAS stands for. These videos get published daily on our Discord server on the daily Sudoku channel. There are generally approachable pencil puzzles on the daily puzzle channel as well, I believe, but I don't do those. I do these, and I do them about a month behind. I'm trying to do videos every 4 days because I have often let that get away from me and I need to catch up a bit. So we're going to be looking at puzzles today from January the 8th through January the 12th. And I will go through all the rules in a minute, or in fact I will read out what was written on the Discord server by the puzzles creators in a minute. First of all, I do want to tell you about our Patreon content, particularly Glum Hippo's Fossil Hunt Sudoku, which is there at the moment and which is proving incredibly popular. XY differences puzzles, and they are really, really good. Everybody is raving about them who has sent in answers, and that is many people. Do check it out. Now, what else have we got? We've got the apps, of course, which are, well, very GAS-like puzzles, even when they're not actually the GAS app. And there is one of those already and another in the works. So do check out the links under the video to find your way to our apps. And there's our merchandise as well. But what are today's 5 puzzles? Well, they start with this puzzle, Aerodynamics by Philip Newman. And Philip hasn't been my nemesis for a while. In fact, yes, it's worth pointing out that there are prizes awarded for the times in which you finish. If you get it done in a certain time, that will be listed under the video, that's worth 1 party hat. And if you get it done in an even quicker time, that's 2 party hats. If you limp over the line in a non-hat time, you're awarded a dinosaur. And if I get this first puzzle right, that creates my new longest streak of 2-hat puzzles to 53, I think. So I'm really hoping that Philip doesn't become my utter nemesis on this puzzle. Now, what does Philip say about the puzzle? So his blurb from January the 8th was, today's GAS, an arrow Sudoku, is dedicated to my brain, which is currently a mess and forgot Bill had an arrow puzzle teed up for yesterday. Fortunately for Mark, I think they'll land in separate videos and he won't have to transition from a Bill Murphy arrow to a Nemesis arrow. Well, that is spot on, and I was thinking selfishly for a moment. I am, of course, only one solver of these puzzles, and everybody else who does them day after day will have got 2 arrow puzzles in a row, but there it is. Normal Sudoku rules apply. Digits along arrows must sum to the circled total, and digits may repeat if allowed by other rules. The dinosaur is an Arakeen Arakar. That sounds very strange, and I don't even understand the adjective unless it means keen on arrows. Then we go to Clover's puzzle called Outside 234. Clover says, good morning, friends. We've reached the best time of the year once again, Sudoku Grand Prix season. Now that's interesting. If it was the Sudoku Grand Prix... Oh, this is terrifying. If it was the Sudoku Grand Prix last month... You know how this works, she says, explaining it. There are 8 rounds, each taking place over a weekend for the next few months. For each round, if you do at least 1 puzzle from the instruction booklet, you'll earn a bedazzled cowboy hat. If you finish the instruction booklet and or take part in the actual contest, there's a second cowboy hat waiting for you. Here's extra hat prizes. Here's where to find the booklet for this weekend's round, which comes from India. She's provided a link. And to kick things off, today's puzzle is a variant that appears in the upcoming round, an Outside 234 Sudoku. So I will mention that round was last month, but that does mean that if I have caught up, the next round is next week, I think. And that's good, because it's a reminder for me to take part in it, if I can this weekend. A bit difficult. Anyway, normal Sudoku rules apply. Also, the digits next to a row or column must appear in the 2nd, 3rd and or 4th cells in that row or column from the direction of the clue. So this 4, 5, 6 in column 7 must appear in those 3 cells, and 7 must appear somewhere in those 3. So we're looking at the 2nd, 3rd or 4th cells. Oh, and 8 must appear in those 3, looking from that direction. So that's how that works. The dinosaurs are competitive Cucuffeldia. Okay, that'll be an interesting one. Clock Sudoku by Bill Murphy on the following day. You know, at Daily Sudoku Solver, says Bill, I've been out all day. All day! Sometimes you just want to sit, be quiet and do the Sudoku Grand Prix instruction booklet puzzles. Then you've got to socialise and clean and then post gas. It's enough to drive a man batty. So for me, it's time for a quiet evening. For you, it's time for Clock Sudoku. Normal Sudoku rules apply. In addition, there are several digit displays in the grid. Each of these must contain a valid time in 24-hour format. For example, 1947 and 2341 would both be fine as times that could go in these pills, as it were. But you can't have 1782 or 3145 because they're not valid times on the 24-hour clock. Today's times are generous enough for you to give this puzzle a go, and then if you need a reminder, you can come back. Oh, there's a spoilered hint. I'm not going to read it, but if you go to the Discord server, you could. The dinosaur is a calm curlophysis. Pronunciations may vary. Right, then Mathception by Philip for the 4th puzzle. So, I'm having a rough time right now. Edit. So as not to concern everyone, there is nothing major wrong, just a lot of things adding up. Okay. I hope that's over, Philip. I'm not going to get into everything that's going on, but I was hoping that getting my allegedly fixed computer back would help today. An hour in the car and the cost of a replacement CPU later, and nope, plugged it in. A minute later, it shut itself off just like before. I hate those kinds of problems, I have to say. I do sympathise. Fortunately, getting gas up does not rely on that computer. I just needed to vent. Also, if you want to support my poor computer, I do have a Patreon, ... Today's gas is another variant in the upcoming Sudoku Grand Prix, Killer X-Sums Sudoku. Normal Sudoku rules apply. Digits in cages cannot repeat and must sum to the total given. Clues outside the grid tell you the sum of the first X digits in the corresponding row or column, starting with the digit adjacent to the clue and continuing away from the clue, where X is the adjacent digit. So, for example, you could end this row with 7, 5, 3, 4, because that 4 says that those 4 digits add up to the number given outside, 19, which they do. So that's how X sums work. And of course we've got the killer cages. The dinosaur for that one is a frustrated Fukui Titan, I'm going to say. There are other ways I could have pronounced that. That would not have been acceptable. Now, then we move on to Greater Than by Clover. Today's gas is a greater than Sudoku. What's greater than Sudoku? Well, nothing if you ask me. No, that is a short, sweet intro. Normal Sudoku rules apply. Also, some inequality signs appear in the grid. The digits in the cells separated by an inequality sign must obey that inequality. So the open end of the inequality points towards the larger number, such as 3 towards 5. Well, I mean, obviously that would be valid around that inequality because the bigger number is greater than the smaller number. I hope you don't need that explained. I'm sure you don't. So those are the puzzles. As I say, a very good reminder to me to have a go at round 2 of the Grand Prix. I forgot to do round 1 in the relevant weekend, and maybe I should do round 1 as practice because I certainly didn't know that those 2 puzzles appeared in it. So I haven't even looked very hard at the instruction booklet, it would seem. So those are the rules. These are the puzzles. Do try them on the links under the video. We provide both a tiny URL link to our software and an FPuzzles link if that doesn't work for you. And yeah, have a go because they're going to be fun. So I am going to start with the puzzle that will get me to a new streak if I can get a 2-hat time on it, Aerodynamics by Philip. I'm going to restart my clock so I know my time. Not that I know what I'm aiming for, but anyway, let's get cracking. So, these all have 3-cell arrows. So they're from 6, 7, 8, 9. That's not very interesting. these can't be, well, 7 and 8 in this column must be in those cells, although 1 or 2 arrows could have a 7 or 8 here, 4 can't. 9 must be in one of these two, and I'm tempted to think 6 is, but that's not safe. So these others, oh, that's a naked 5 in the middle. Oh, 5! That's quite big, isn't it? That is the point of this puzzle. So those must be from 1, 4 and 6. Now 5 must go with 1, 2, 3 and 4 on these cells to make each of 6, 7, 8, 9 in those. There we go. So I'm beginning to understand what's going on. These two cells are a 9, 6 pair in the box. So those are 1 and 4, which was expected. Now, right, which is the 6 arrow? Not there because of 1 in the cage, there because of 2, there because of 3 in the box, I mean. So it's there. 1, 2, 3, that's the 6. Then we get a 1 there. Gives me a 1 there. There's no 1s in these cells. Yeah, good. I kind of feel like I got onto that idea. Now, where is the 7? The 7 is 1, 2, 4. That's going to have to come down here. 1, 2, 4. I mean, it's a very clever idea, Philip. I'm glad I got it quickly as an idea, because that doesn't feel very gassy to me. Now, 8 has to have a 1 in it, so it's got to be this set. And there's a 2 in the box, so that's a 1, 3, 4 set. That's a 9, and that must be 2, 3, 4, because there's a 1. Yeah, I get how all these numbers are positioned out. Oh, there's 1 cell arrows. Just not even focused on that. Okay, they're all done. That's great. Okay, so we are flying now, surely. Well, I say that, and I don't quite know what to do next. That's 6 arrow? No, I've got a 5, 7 pair there, and a 5, 8 pair at the top, and I must have a pair here. 5, 6, and I can do those. I could do the 5, 8 at the top as well, I see. 5, 9, so I can do the 5, 8 at the top, and the 5, 7 below. Keep trying to enter over given digits, which won't work. Now, this is a 1, 2 with a 4, 5 on the other cell. That is 3 or 5 by Sudoku. That's 3 or 9. It's coming down. I need to find a naked single somewhere. I wonder if there will be one, or if that... Oh look, that's 2 or 6, which is really limiting what the arrow can be. 9, 1, 3, 4, 8. That's 4 or 9, which doesn't limit the arrow at all. So the arrow is either 7, 1 or 5, 3. Still going to need to find another break-in in this, which is annoying. That is 1 or 8. Oh, which means that can't be a 1A arrow. I mean, that's fascinating. Yes, this is 2 or 7. So this arrow's possibilities are getting reduced quite hard as well. Now it's got to be 5, 4 or 3, 6 in specific orders again. Should I just be doing Sudoku? I don't know. One of those is a 9, that sort of thing. One of those, that is 9 by ordinary Sudoku, not by looking at candidates. Then I've got 4 or 5 here. Right, that's a 4, 5 pair. Now the pencil marking pays off. And we get a 3 in one of those 2 cells. No, that is 4 or 5. That's not that good. 4, 5 pair looking up. 6, 8, 7. That is 2 or 3, and it can't be 2 because I've got to put a 4 there, not a 5. Right, I think we ought to be underway again here now. 8 and 5 to finish that column. 7, 3, 4. That's an 8, 6 pair, which I can't resolve. That's a 1, 2 pair, which I can. That's going to give me 7, 3, 6 on the arrow, 6 on the arrow, 1 at the top. That's now an 8. That's 6, that's 8. This is known, it's a 5. 2 and 4 here. 7, 2, 9, 1, 3, 4, 6 and 8. That's now 4, so that gives me 5, 4, 2 on the arrow. Oh, the arrow over here is done as well. 3 and 5. Why have I written 8 there? When... something's gone wrong. Okay, what's gone wrong is that's meant to be a 5. 1. Let's see if this still works. Yes, it does. Okay, so I just misled myself somehow in the corner. 9. Now I've just got the center to go back to and finish off. That's weird. How do I do this? Something must have... Oh yeah, 6 and 9 in the center. 7 and 8. I bet I can do those as well. That's actually not going to help with all the 1, 2, 3, 4s. There must be some way. Oh, it's the arrows into the middle cell. Of course, I forgot them entirely. Very straightforward. There we go. 1, 4, 2, 3, 2, and 2, 3, 4. 6.5 minutes nearly. I'm probably going to be okay for the 2-hat time, but there is at least some doubt. I mean, I think I'm okay because I think that was quite a tough one to get into. Admittedly, I was there were certain slownesses that I found. Oh, I was probably meant to do that to get into the outers. Yeah, that's what I didn't do. I didn't do that for ages. Now I think about it, bother. Anyway, on to outside 2, 3, 4 by Clover. Let's restart the clock and let's get cracking. So, yeah, it's interesting. If that's 4, 5, 6 and that's 4, 5, 6, it's a triple here. So the 6 up there is there. 7 and 8 in those cells. Same sort of thing here. There's 1, 2, 3 triples. So the 3 in that group goes there. 2, 3, 4 here. No, I nearly put them in the wrong place. That must be 4 because 1, 2, 3 appear there. Oh, I can do the others now. 2, 3. That's 5 and 4. 4. That's a 1. That's not 1 or 3. So it's 2. That's 2, 3, 1. Now, I must probably be able to do... Oh, I start here. 5, 6, 7 there. That's the 7. Yeah, same deal over here. Very elegantly set up. Exactly as you'd expect. That must be the 6 in row 3. Yes, that 5 is looking there, so they all get done. Okay. Now, down the bottom, we've got 5, 6, 7 there. Doesn't mean that has to be 7, I don't think. 4, 5, 6 here. That's not 5. And 1, 8, 9 here. So, I've used all the clues apart from the ones in this row. That's strange. So 7 is in one of those cells, but it could be there. That's a naked 9, so that's probably naked. It's not. It's 1 or 2. That's a 2 though, so that becomes 1. 8, 7, 1. That's now 9. I can't do 7 and 8 in those cells to my knowledge. 2, 3 pair up there. That 9, can I use that? No. In the column I'm talking about. 2, 4, 5, 6. Oh, that's naked now. 8. Then I can finish the row. Oh, it's a weird puzzle. It's freaking me out a bit. That can't be 8. Still doesn't mean that that's 8, as I suspect it is. Six, 7, 8, 9. So that must be a quintuple. A rare sighting in a gas. 9 and 8. That gives me 7 and 8. This is a 6. 5 and 8 can go in. That is not 5, and that's a 6, 7 pair. Looking at that one. This hasn't been done yet. That's weird. 1, 2, 3, 9. So again, I've got a quintuple, which gives me 4, 5, 6, 7. You've got to love the symmetry in Clover's puzzles every time. That is 1 or 3. So where do we go next? Don't know. Right, there's a 7 in one of those cells, so that's not 7. So now we've got a 5, 6 pair, making that 7, which is not in the crossover position. Very interesting indeed. 6, 5, so that's going to end up not being 8 by the same token, I suspect. But I can't do that yet. That's a 7, that's a 6, that's a 5. That's not 1. Now, up this central column, I can do 7, then 3 at the bottom, 1 there, that fixes 3, 2 on the side. This one is 1 or 9, I think. Then we've got 3 and 8, they can go in, 6 and 7. What are these? 9 and 5. So that's the top 5 rows absolutely complete. 4, 7, 9 as a triple here. I can do the 7. Still got that clue on the left to do. Oh no, I've done it. Oh, the clue on the right. I've got to put an 8 in one of those places. So that's not an 8. That's not as helpful this side. One of those is an 8. Oh, come on, Mark. It must be something. That's a 2 now. 6 in this column. That cell. Yes, there we go. 8, 9. That's now a 1, 8 pair. 9, 1. Take 1, 9 out of there. Take 8 out of there. I've got pairs left to disambiguate. Going to use the clue now and put 8 in there. Wow, that's lovely. What a clever puzzle. What a setup. I mean, Clover is brilliant. 5 minutes 13. That is excellent. Very interesting. Very accessible shapes at the top. And then it just got very interesting down at the bottom, and 7 didn't end up. Oh, it did end up crossing between 5, 6, 7 and 7, 9, 4. And 8 did end up crossing between those two. But that was very uncertain, frankly. Oh well. Anyway, here we go. The clock Sudoku now. I do know a bit about these. Let's see how we get on. So the start times have to be 1 or 2. So that one's a 1, that one's a 2, that one we don't know, that one's now a 1, that one we don't know, that's now a 2, and in the others I'm going to put 1 or 2. And the time after the colon is somewhere 1 to 5, isn't it? Yeah, that must be right. So I'm going to pencil mark these or fill them in if I know what they are. And that's really the only restriction as far as I remember. No, it's not quite. And I will mention the other restriction. Oh, that has to be a 3. That's nice. 4, 2, 5, 1, 3, 4. No, the other restriction is if you begin with a 2, then the next number has to be 1, 2, 1 or 3, basically. So those go in so far. Then that's now not a 3. This is 5, and let's do some Sudoku now, finally. 5 and 9, that's not a 5. So we've got a 1, 2 pair in this box, that's a 3. 4, 5, 9, 3, 8, 1, 2, that is 6 or 7. And that means that this can't be a 2. So that's a 1, that's a 2. 2, 6 and 7 still to place. This is now a 1 or a 3. It has to be a 1. 6, 7, 8, 2, 1, 9 or 4. Right, up here, 3, 5, 9, triple in the first column. Yeah, I mean that's oh, that's become a 2. Right, so this is 1 or 3. I don't know which immediately. but I have got a 1, 3, 5 triple now. So these other cells are 6, 7 and 9 in some order. That can't be a 3 in fact, so one of those is a 3. Oh, 2 is looking up at that. That's a 1, that's a 5. 3, 1 there. And all my clocks are begun, so everything that can begin with a 2 is doing so. I don't think the clocks are providing anything more. That's a naked single. Then I can finish off 8 in that box, but not the 7, 9 pair. 4, 5, 6 to go. The only place for 5 in the row is there. 1, 5, 3, 2, 4. That is 6 or 9. 5, 6, 7. 2 is there. That's a naked 9. I can finish off 4, 3, 6, 9. 6, 7, 8 across the top. Don't know anything about their order, but that's a 4. That's now not a 9. 5, that's a 6, 7 pair. 1, 6, 7, 3, 5, 9. That's a 2, flanked by a 4, 8 pair. That's 3 or 7. That's not a 2. So the 2 in the row is here. And I can place what may be the last 2 in the grid there. That's a naked 5. That's going to sort out the rest of this row. 9, 5, 9, 2, 1, 3. So we need a 4 here, an 8 here, and an unresolved 6, 7 pair remains in the box. That's also not 8. That's 8. That's not. 6, 7 pairs a go-go everywhere. That's become a 7. That's a 5. 2, 4, 8, 3, 9. That's a 5. Another 6, 7 pair. Resolving that 9, 7. Now, 4, 6, 9 here. I know the middle one's not a 4. Wow, I've got a lot of other digits. 8, 1, 3. So that 8 makes that an 8. That makes that a 4. That fixes where 4 is here. But it's 6, 7s I need help with. I can probably do this triple now. Yes, I can. 3, 9, 5. How am I ever going to resolve all these 6, 7s? Nine is done there. And that 6, is that going to do it for me? Or the 7 in box 6 as well? Yes, it is. 6, 7. 6, 7. 6, 7. 6, 7. 6, 7. There we go. 5 minutes and 3 seconds. Well, the puzzles are definitely crunchier than they've been in recent weeks today. I hope the hat times allow for that, or else I'm just off form. But I don't think these have been easy rule sets. And this one is X sums and killer. Okay, gonna just get cracking. Let's go. So that, it could be a 3. It can't be a 2 because that would put a 6 in the cage. So it must be a 3 with a 1, 4 pair. 15 is the X sum clue here, which is going to be 7 plus, could start with a 5. Could it start with a 4? Yeah, it could, I think. 4, 3, 1, 7. Oh, bother. 34. That can't start. Let's try 42. That's a bigger number. That is a 7 or an 8 at the top. And numbers at the bottom, either a 3 there or those two add to 3, which won't work with the 12 cage. So it is 8 at the top, 3 at the bottom. That now has to be a 5, 7 pair. Interesting. 9, 8 pair there. 27, including 17. It's probably a 4, but it could be a 5. Oh, this doesn't have a 3 or a 5 in it, so it's 1, 6. 2, 4, 9, triple up the middle. Ooh, I don't find this easy to get my head around at all. That's a 1, 3 pair. Right, can't begin with a 1, so that's all right. Now, 9 here, that's got to start with a 2. Okay. 5, 6, 9 up there. What about over here? Now, if those add up to 12... 27 from this side is 39. There's a 6 underlap in the middle, which has to be 2 cells, or 1. That is a 5 or a 4. And that is a 2 or a 3. It can't be a 3. Right. It is a 1 cell underlap of 6 there. Just worked out that that's got to be a 4. I think that's right. I'm going to check the maths there. Worth the time. Yes, that has worked. Okay. Now here, 1, 2, well, 2, 3 or 4, 2 or 4. 4 is going to be too many given what's in there. So it's a 2 with an 8 there and a 6 there. From the other side, can't be 3 because we'd only add up to 11. 6 is too many, so it's a 4 plus 8 is 12 plus another 7 to get us to the target. And that is now a 3-5 pair with a 1 there. 34. 7, 6, or not 5 actually. That has to be a 6. 8 would be too many. So we get an 8 there. 15 from this end. Now I can't put a 4 here anymore. Oh, that's very interesting. I think it's going to have to be a 5. Yeah, 5, 2, 3, and that works now. That's got to be 7, 2 there. What's this at the top? Oh, can't be 3. Probably is 4, which would put a 5 there. That's not possible. So it's going to have to be 5. 5, 14, 17, 18. There we go. Okay. That works. And this 4, I haven't even tried this sum, but that does work. So that's all the clues done. The rest is classic Sudoku, and I'm relieved about that because that was a bit head-wrenching, that stuff. That's a 4-7 pair. So 2, 5, 9, 7, 4. We've got a 3 and a 6 and a 1 and an 8. That was a good column to do. 6, 2, 9, 5 and 8 here. This is a slightly less good column. 4, 1, 3, 9 up here. I don't want to do these corners. They're not very helpful. I'm going to have to, though. That's annoying. Okay, that's a 9, 4 pair. Maybe the bottom corners are helpful in a way that the top ones weren't. 6, 3. So that 3 is going up there. 4, 7, and 9 to place. So that's the 4. This is a 7, 9. Oh, no, it's not a 7, 9 pair because there's a 9 in one of the boxes. Right. 6 and 9 in the corner. 1 and 4 in that corner. That fixes this corner. We don't get a 3 in the corner. Not that I notice them when I'm doing gas. Anyway, 4, 3, 4, 2. That must be known. It's a 7. Must be some naked singles by now. There are 8, 2. Right, 8, 5. That's quite efficient. So 5 minutes and 7 seconds. Can't get one under 5 minutes. I think in a recent gas video, I'm sure I hadn't had one in the first 4 over 5 minutes. Very much not the case today, but I think they're harder puzzles. So greater than by Clover. Here we go. And that's got to be a 1 in this in this box because it's being pointed at by all the unknown digits. And that's true here too. So I should probably know better what to do with the other cells. That has to be lower than this, so it's not a 2. That's 2 or 3. It can't be a 4. Same sort of thing might be going on here. 5 in one of those. That has to be lower. Ah, it's not 2 or 3, so 4. Yeah, that's where to go. Now, is this a 9? It probably is, but I'm not sure. Oh, that's lower than this. 2, 3, so that's a 4. That's weird pairings. 2, 3, 5, 1. So we've got a 4. 4 can't be there because you couldn't get a lower one above it anymore. Right, these are 6, 7, 8, 9 in some order. 7 or 8 there. Must be 8 or 9 here. That's 6 or 9, but it's lower than something, so it's a 6. Gosh, this is quite strange. 6, 7, 8 or 9 there. And this is just lower. Let's have a look down here. 2, 3, 4, 1, 5. That's 8 or 9, but it's lower than something. Right, that's good. 8, 9, 5. That's a 6, 7 pair. Can't do much about that. 9, 8, 5, 4, 1. Can't rule out. Can I rule out a 3 from this cell? Yes, I can. Because 3, 2 there would break that. Okay, good enough. 9, 8, 5, 7, 1, 4. This is 2, 3, or 6. So is this. And no, I'm looking the wrong way. Oh, I will go back a couple of stages because I've misread this sign. Yeah, I think that's all I did wrong. 9, 8, 5, 4, 1. This is lower than that. So that is 2 or 3. It can't be 7. Yes, it could be 7 because that could be 8. Bother. Right, I am getting bogged down here. Ah, this central one, that is lower than all the things pointing at it. So that's a 5. Those are from 6, 7, 8. Those are from 7, 8, 9. That's a quintuple in a way. 4, 1, 2, and 3. So that's 2 or 3. Now that is going to be helpful. That's a pair. This is a 7, 8 above it, 6 down there. Wow, I really missed that stuff from the central box and feeding out. 2, 3, 4. I've got a triple down this column. That's a 7, which has to be higher than 6. So 8 and 9 go the other side. These are 7 and 9. Don't know the order. 9, 8, 7, 5. This is 6 and 1. 5 and 9 in these cells. Don't know the order of those. Oh, very, very clever puzzle again, just as we would expect. Now, 7 and 6 have got resolved there. That's a 2, always has been, which would have been incredibly helpful if I'd spotted the given digit that told me that earlier. That's a 6, 5 pair. 2 and 7 here. Ooh, putting a 7 there. 8, 9, 1 or 3, 1 or 3. 2 and 8 in this column. Feeling a bit exhausted, so I'm glad this is the last puzzle and we're getting towards the end of it now. That can't be 9 or 7. 7, 5, 8, 6, 2. Oh, come on, what am I missing now? 5, 9, 7, 1. That, oh, it's bigger, right, so that's 2 or 3. So 2, 3, 4 set. 8 and 6 go round that way. That is in fact a 3, right. 3, 2, 3, that's a 4, that's 2, that's 3. Then we can do 5, 4, 8. Hopefully these triples will all be right-ins now. 3, 9, 1. Let's do the columns. 4 and 5. Oh, 1 and 3 are resolved, so everything else is just writing it in when we can work out what it is. And there we go. Oh, crept under 5 minutes this time by 2 seconds. But that's quite a tough set of puzzles. I mean, I don't think I've done terribly on any of them. On the other hand, I haven't done absolutely brilliantly on any of them, but I'd be confident about the 2 hat times and about some form. Oh, sorry, yes, I've just realised I'm filming this a bit ahead, so by the time it comes out, that Grand Prix round 2 will have come out, probably. Bother. Sorry if I misled you about that earlier. Anyway, there we go. That is another set of gas and a brilliant set. I really enjoyed that group of puzzles. And yeah, there'll be gas in 4 more days. Hope to see you then. Bye for now.